Greed is like one of the worst things, or like one of the worst characteristics that you can have that can ultimately like just lead to your downfall, both as a human and especially a YouTuber. And not only for YouTubers, it's just a bad characteristic and a bad way to fall just in general. But it is very common and skeptical and is often been criticized in the form of being a YouTuber. And many creators have sold out either when it comes to sponsors or like when it comes to just turning their channel into like a brand. I use channel in air quotes because like it's not a channel anymore when once you plaster your face and your characters and your design where everything else around you. Like that's not a channel, that's a brand. And ultimately some YouTubers have like resulted in becoming this like facade of doing that. And one of the like biggest like traits, or I wouldn't say like trait is like the right word, but like one of my biggest like yeah, actually, no, I think traits is the right word here. Like, I think like one of my biggest traits of like me being a content creator and someone I used to watch like just a lot in general, like when I was like 10 to 11 years old, and that's the odd ones out. He has turned into like a storytime animator, as everyone knows, into like this grifter for money, and just turning like into this massive hypocritical like spaz, and that's what really disappoints me, and that's what I'm going to be talking about today. If you don't know who the Odd Ones Out is, he was like he started to pop off like really in 2017 with his like Subway and with his Subway like series, which was mainly just which was mainly a series based on him like telling stories about his workplace, which AKA known as Subway. He calls it Subway so he doesn't get sued, obviously, because that's part of being a content creator. But like even earlier than that, he's been making comics since 2012 and like 2013. And realistically, his comics started going viral in 2014, and then his videos started going viral in 2016, and then he just grew from there, like telling more stories about his life, etc. If you don't know like who this is, you kind of just live under a fucking rock. I literally don't know what to tell you if you don't know who this guy is. I mean, like, granted, like he's not as popular anymore, but like everyone should recognize this dude's name if you were on YouTube like all the time 6 years ago, like I was. The other one's out, or James. I'm just gonna call him James because that's his real name. It's a lot easier to say. So it's like James has like turned like his art style and all the characters he has talked about on his channel over the years, like in like such as like maybe his mom or like his animals or like what the fuck ever, and into like this massive like business fucking like thing, and to like some of the most ridiculous merchandise to the point where it's not even just merchandise, it's just ridiculous fucking brand type shit. I mean, I'm like none of this shit benefits like fans. I'm gonna like get into all this other reasoning here in a minute here, but like some of the shit he has turned into is just a bit absurd. Like making his own TV show, like making fucking lava lamps, like literally just like selling the most random shit, plushies and fucking like all this shit like that he sells. Like at this point, it's not merchandise; it's a brand. At what point do you sell things and not make it a facade? It doesn't make sense to me. I also think I said that like a few minutes ago, but like that like many other YouTubers have done this already. So like some people are gonna ask me like what that like well William, well like what is exactly the big issue here? Since YouTubers have done this all the time, and as a matter of fact, I've called this out, like especially with Jimmy and like Mr. Beast, KSI, Logan Paul, Jake Paul, like all these other content creators that have turned like their channel into like this massive like business like bullshit like into like a brand. So it's like this isn't anything new, but like one of the biggest like pet peeves like with the Auburn's out or James is that he is a fucking hypocrite with this stuff, and it makes me mad. And like here's like a little bit of a backstory on why I'm doing this video. One, I'm thinking about it, and I saw like other people saying the same thing that I've been saying. And for two, it just came up in my mind because due to this like other people have been saying this stuff, it's reminded me over something I actually tweeted and replied to back in June, which I got backlash for, and this was on my birthday too. And I tweeted this out, like something along the lines of how like the shit that he's doing just doesn't benefit fans. And it was like another tweet of him just like of like another person just shitting on James, and I replied to him like something along the lines of like how he just turned like into this business deal and how and like into like this business deal and like all this other shit that and how I didn't like it. And lots of people got mad at me for it, and I actually kind of like debated like in like threads and replies, and now like I'm seeing it again, and now I'm seeing these critiques again over on TikTok, and now it reminds me of that, and now I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna make a fucking video on it since like it is a more talked about subject due to James's hypocrisy. So what is that thing I saw on TikTok calling out James's hypocrisy? So James said this it's back in 2019 regarding some like mobile game products in a YouTube video, and guess what he did? He made a fucking mobile game too. The very thing he critiques, he's adding on to his business empire and turning his art into a brand, as I already said. Watch this. Watch this.
But here's the thing, roughly 0 people bought the VIP member pass because they were fans of the game and didn't mind the price. No one is willing to pay a weekly bill for a game where all you do is this. But 100% of the people who paid for the subscription are kids using their parents' phone and bought the VIP pass because they have no concept of money. It's targeting kids and I don't like it. Scam.
What a hypocrite. Well, what an absolute hypocrite. And it honestly makes me mad considering that like many others, I watched this dude all the time 6 years ago when he was at his peak. So it's just like James, like what the fuck are you actually doing, brother? Lots of people also agree. I read this one comment that like lots of people also agree. Like over like 3,800 people said that not said but like agreed with that. Like this one person said that like ever since he did his TV show, which is Oddballs, he kind of just sold out from there because you know Netflix offers you a fuck ton of money if you want your own show, which is exactly what they did for James. And from there he just kept snowballing into like this cycle of bullshit to make a brand and become like very corporate as other people are wording it. And like one of my like biggest criticisms that I got like making this statement over on Twitter, and let me just get this out there really quickly. I know what people are gonna say, William, it's Twitter, and yes, you're absolutely right. Like it's Twitter. Like people are fucking stupid on that platform, and like most of the opinions aren't granted. Like Twitter and Reddit are like the two platforms that everyone else on the internet knows like it's the worst place for opinion. Like I'm still gonna like do like this like a little bit of debunking here like for a second, you know. So like one of the criticisms that I got is that like oh well he needs money. Okay. Well first of all, dipshit. Let me just stop you right there. This dude has an audience of over 20 million people as in October 2025, or like when I was or like when I tweeted that, which was back in June 13th, again, my birthday, he was at like what, maybe like at like the high 19 millions, maybe 19 millions. That's not a fucking word, but like you know. So like this dude gets like hundreds of thousands of views across all of his videos a day, and on top of that, he's selling merchandise. Okay. So and YouTube like doesn't give you a significant amount of money, but they still give you a decent enough money to live, especially with the amount of especially with the big enough audience that he has and all the revenue that he makes from his views. And like you're gonna sit here and tell me that like he needs money with the larger audience that he already has and all the money that he makes when he's getting enough more than a fuck ton of money already. I mean, like it's not like the dude is like a smaller channel with like a few 100,000 subs like he once was. He has an audience of over 19 million people at the time. I'm like that just doesn't make sense. And on top of all of that, if he doesn't make enough money from his large 19 to 20 million like subscriber audience, because some people are just not gonna believe it. For another thing on top of this is that he lives in Phoenix, Arizona, as he has publicly stated, in his videos that he lives in Arizona and he lives in Phoenix. So, which meaning he lives in a state and in an actual city that pays like one of the like least amount of taxes when it comes to property tax, income tax, and other shit. Just he keeps a lot of money basically to himself. So I'm saying like he does not pay much in taxes at all based on where he lives. So like he has all this money keeping it to himself. It's not like he's giving like most of his revenue away already. Now granted, YouTube also does take some of it, but like again, he has a large proportion of an audience, so he's still making money even though the amount of money is still getting taken away from him. So like he lives in a state where he does not get like all this, where like he keeps all this money, and people are actually gonna sit here and tell me that they're like, oh well, he needs to make money to live and blah 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 whatever. Like he has enough money to keep it to himself. Like he doesn't pay much in taxes, and he has he has a 19 million subscriber audience, and he gets hundreds of millions of views a day. Oh hi cat, what are you doing? But like. But like, that's my point. My cat's over here distracting me, bro. God damn it. And I'm gonna make it clear again that this has been an issue for years on YouTube. Like last year, like KSI and Dan TDM got into controversy when KSI was having a meltdown that nobody was liking his shitty ass song. And like Dan TDM like was also critiquing KSI and Mr. Beast and Logan Paul like during the time when they were promoting their Lunchly when it was popular for being shit. And he criticized him for the exact things that I actually said, that like the content creators are just selling shit just to make money. It is actually just like insane. Like none of this shit benefits your fans. That's what Dan TDM said also, if you guys remember. Like, it was massively viral last year. Like, some people may remember, but I'll show it up on screen in case you don't remember. Like, that is what he said, and like, hundreds of thousands of people agree with that. Like, I'm not the vast majority here. And obviously, and again, the reason why I look at this case very differently is because James has done, like, a complete fucking 180 and has reversed his opinion on it clearly, because he has just been doing all this extra bullshit for money when he doesn't need to. Let me make something very clear. I'm getting a soft tone for this. If I ever become a content creator, well, I mean, I am, but if I ever become a content creator and I start selling myself out like a fucking Los Angeles prostitute in the back streets, okay, I will sit on a cactus, shove it so far up my ass until my tonsils will play shadow puppets, okay? Because I don't want to be like that, and I am so sick of content creators doing this shit. Can we fucking stop? Just make content and not business. Stop being greedy. You don't need the money, okay? You don't. You don't need it. Anyways, yeah, that's it for this video. I just wish James and like I just said, many other content creators would stop this fucking bullshit. I'm so sick of this era where content creators are turning and using the internet as like a business perspective in YouTube. I hate it. Stop. Fucking stop. I hate this. And James needs to stop being a hypocrite. And I'm gonna be very clear. I don't hate this dude. But I'm not. But like at this point, I don't hate nor do I like him. I'm kind of in the middle with this dude right now because this is just pissing me the fuck off. Because this case separately with the hypocrisy on top of it, just makes me mad. It does, compared to all the other cases where creators are using this shit as a business perspective. It pisses me the fuck off. Like literally #1 way of grifting. But but like just stop. I want this to stop. Like, please, dude. Whatever. Other than that, that's pretty much all to say. Follow me on Twitter. I tweeted a bunch of random shit on there. Follow my Instagram. I post a bunch of, like, mini skits and mini commentaries. I actually call them mini commentaries. Stitches on TikTok. I just call them mini commentaries. It's not squy. I just do. Follow my Twitch for some more speedrunning attempts. I'm so close to getting a 458. And it's Super Mario Bros. Any percent. I also do, like, some gaming content. I just uploaded a video about Roblox Prison Life, about its update, which is my last video, and I recorded it live on Twitch. So if you guys want to see some like more gaming content and speedruns and etc. and other like exclusive shit on there, follow my Twitch. Join my Discord. It is dead. I would like to have some people to chat to in there. Maybe get to 50 members by the end of the year. You can join if you want to. Like again, I'm not your fucking parent, so I can't force you. But I would really appreciate it if you did. But you know what? If there's anything below in the description that I forgot to mention, just follow everything below you see in the description. And other than that, that's pretty much what I have to say. See ya.